Hello everyone, it's Janki and welcome back to another video. So as the title suggests, this is my quarterly wrap-up wherein I'll talk about the books I've read between January and March. So I read a total of 18 books between these months, and let's quickly see the books I've read these 3 months. Alternative Realities by Nighat M. Gandhi, The Burning God by R.F. Kuang, The Guest List by Lucy Foley, The Help by Catherine Stockett, The Help by Catherine Stockett, Cemetery Boys by Erin Thomas, From Blood and Ash by Jennifer L. Armentrout, A Kingdom of Flesh and Fire by, again, Jennifer L. Armentrout, The Shadows Between Us by Tricia Levinseller, Serpent and Dove by Shelby Maureen, The Silvered Serpents by Roshni Chokshi, The Treatment by C.L. Taylor, Blood and Honey by Shelby Maureen, We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal, Lovely Ward by Julie Berry, Shadow and Bone by Leigh Bardugo, Siege and Storm by Leigh Bardugo, Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo, and lastly The Clockmaker's Daughter by Kate Morton. So those were all the books I read in these 3 months. Now getting into the statistics. So the genre-based classification of my books goes, I've read a total of 1 non-fiction, 12 fantasies, 3 historical fictions, and 2 mystery/thrillers. If I had to give a general observation on these reading months, I would say that I read quite a lot of fantasy books, which I did not know until I compiled this data, and I shockingly read only 2 mystery or thriller books, which is, I was in the dream that, I've read so much of thrillers and mysteries, and now that I'm realizing that I read just 2 in these 3 months, it's quite less. So I'll gear up on the mystery thrillers as soon as possible. Also historical fiction, I seem it's quite alright because I have many more to go on my TBR. Now getting into the star rating, I've read a total of 6 5-star books, 7 4-star books, 3 3-star books, and only 1 2-star book. And also I'm not rating the non-fiction that I read earlier this year. Now that you're updated with my reading list and my statistics, I'll dive into the favorite books I've read in these 3 months. So here it goes. So the first book I want to talk about is The Burning God by R.F. Kuang. It is the third and the final book in the Poppy War series. It is a dark adult fantasy. So throughout this series we follow this girl named Rin's journey, and I can't say much about the third book itself because it contains obviously spoilers. And author R.F. Kuang, she was inspired by the Chinese history, and this book has several parallels to Chinese history. All the 3 books in the series for me were 5-star reads, but if I had to choose a favorite one, I'd go with the first book. It was my absolute favorite out of the 3, but nonetheless the third book, which I can't talk much about, but what I can say about this book is that, and what I love about this book is that it doesn't necessarily portray a character that is perfect in all sense. R.F. Kuang doesn't try to make her main character look perfect. Rin, the main character, is as flawed as any normal person can be, and she makes the most reckless of decisions. She is naive in some cases, she is power hungry in some cases. The characters she wrote seemed real to me, and that's what counts most. Another great thing about her book is she describes warfare magnificently. The details, the descriptions, the bloodshed, there's no sugarcoating in her descriptions. They are ruthless, gory, grim. Obviously this book comes with many content warnings, and not everyone can like this book, but I don't know if you have a reading taste similar to mine and you love a really good magic system, a magic system that involves gods, shamanism. This is the perfect book, this is the perfect series for you. My next favorite that I have here is The Help by Catherine Stockett. This book is set in 1960s Mississippi. This is basically a story of black maids that work for white women. Here we have Abilene, who is an accomplished babysitter. Then we have Minnie, a great cook and has a sassy mouth. And next we have Miss Skeeter. She's a white woman who's home from college and wants to know about the maid she had in her childhood who has disappeared now. My reading experience with historical fictions has been mostly women oriented books. This is no different. This book, as is very evident, will talk about racial discrimination, apartheid during that period. But what is different about this book is that it talks about the everyday small instances of discriminations that these maids have to face. So this is a story of great friendship, small rebellions that bring immense joy. It is also a story that doesn't specifically portray all the white women as being evil. I'm a sucker for books like this, which gives me women point of views and is great. It's just a story of everyday life, but with small fights on the part of these women, which makes it really great to read, and I just love this book. I recommend this book to all those who obviously love historical fiction, want to read about fights of both white and black women. We also get to peep into the lives of white women, that how are they supposed to live their lives. I just love such kind of books which has everything in it. A little bit of fun, a little bit of banter, a little bit of crime, of course, and this is just the perfect book for that. Next favorite of mine is We Hunt the Flame by Hafsa Faisal. What happens mostly is once you start evolving your reading taste in fantasy mostly. When you start reading young adult, then you cross that threshold and enter into adult fantasy. And then when you come back to young adult, you tend to not like it that much. So when I read this book, it is a YA and it was so worth it. I mean, YAs, people basically say they are cliche, they are very common, but if you have that opinion and if you love fantasy, We Hunt the Flame is the perfect book. So this is a Middle East inspired fantasy, and we have this land, this kingdom called Aravia and its various caliphates. And all these caliphates were once very rich in magic, and from the point when magic disappears from these lands, all these caliphates are infected by one or the other curse. And these curses are gradually increasing in their power and are threatening the very existence of the people living there. So then we follow a group of few people who go on a quest to retrieve this object that is said or is believed will restore magic in these lands. I don't know how, but this book was able to establish some really close bonds and emotions quite early on in the book, because it's very rare to connect to the characters and other side characters from the very start of the book, and that's what exactly happened with me. I was hinged upon these characters, their relationship with each other, and it was written so perfectly. The world building, the newness, the freshness of it is amazing. The characters are so well written. Each character has a particular story that kind of connects to the present day personality they have. The side characters in this book are very well written, because mostly we see that the part or the content that is devoted on the side characters are just so that they come in handy in future, and there's no real element in the side characters themselves. But that thing that doesn't happen in this book, it's too good. As I said, they all have their stories. The highlight, I may say, not even the highlight, but maybe that is the recency effect going on. But when I read the epilogue of that book, and then when I went on to write what I liked about the book, I couldn't just miss out on the epilogue, because the epilogue was so strong. So I like when the epilogue doesn't really focuses on the main characters only. Like the epilogue builds such a strong starting for the second book. I haven't read that book yet, but I plan to read it soon. The epilogue was, I can't say much, but I just want to say what was in the epilogue, but I can't say here right now. It's potentially a spoiler. but man, the epilogue was good. By far my favorite epilogue. So those were all the books I read in these 3 months, my favorites, my statistics. Do let me know your favorites of this year, and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. So that was all for the video. Thank you for watching, guys. Until next time.